Thank you for inviting us to come here today. My name is Sture Espwall and I am a deputy manager for this research center at the Mid-Sweden University. Actually, today we are world leading in ski research, and both applied and also more basic research about fatigue and circulation and things like that. And we have our campus up in Östersund, in the middle of Sweden. If you are here in Stockholm, it's far away, up in the north, but it's actually in the middle of Sweden. We have been, as well as being a research center, also having the opportunity to work with the Swedish Olympic Committee, working as an Olympic test center. So the facilities and the labs we have is also interesting for top sports and world-class athletes. We are a part of a VINNOVA initiative financed by VINNOVA called Peak Innovation, and there are 3 research environments taking part in that from Mid-Sweden University. And that's, I think, was the way we came through this, because there were, after 3 years, there were an evaluation. And there was an international reviewing group coming up and also people from VINNOVA. And we presented what we were doing within this VINNOVA project. And without knowing it, Peter told us that, do you know that you're working with lead users and you have a sort of a method to do that? And we said, no, we have not a clue about that. But we had been doing that. Because we have access to world-class athletes, the coaches, the service team, the vaxxers, and they are lead users. But we have only had that within our research fields, biomechanics and physiology, nutrition, but not broader. But we had that experience without knowing that it was a method. But we were then get aware of that. So we have these world-class athletes within our department, within our labs, and they have always questions, and they have sort of a drive, do things better. So that was maybe the clue that we have been listening to them. And the one thing that we had been doing then was, before the Olympic Games in Vancouver, the vaxxers came to us and said that there are no waxing irons on the market that is good enough. And we said, what a pity for you. You can't do a proper job then. But they had an idea of how to make a better waxing iron. So we set up a team there with some technicians, some researchers, these waxers, and they came out with a new waxing iron that was better than anything else on the market, and this was top secret, only used by the Swedish Biathlon and Ski Federation during the Olympics. Today, if you're interested in that, you can buy this waxing iron. We decided then to set up, learn more about this method in a project, to be more specific working with lead users. And we also decided to use an upcoming, very interesting field called Internet of Sports, where smartphones are going to be very, very important. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in the smartphones, gyros, accelerometers, GPS, and that's going to be a revolution when it comes to measuring things in sports and well-being using smartphones. So we have this movement from the lab out to the field, using smartphones and sensor technology. And we decided then to do, for us it was very, very important to be more specific and learn the method. We have been doing that without knowing it, as I told you. So we set up this lead user project, and we wanted to use the topic Internet of Sports. And we also could see that it was more than biomechanics and physiology. It was a lot more domains coming in here when we were talking about this topic and what should we bring in. And we had very, very good help from a German company called Hive. So we learned this process with recruiting lead users, with setting up workshops. And And we also did this workshop in December in Östersund. Sorry, this was in Swedish. I thought I made everything in English. But it was also having this performance and well-being. So it's not only Olympic gold medals, it's also for well-being. And we did this workshop with participants from different topics then. And what I can see for us, this process, learning the method, having a broader thought, that more domains, more expertises are interesting for us to work with. So we have been more structured now. We can do this in a more proper way. I would say we were doing it by accident before. And we have also new contacts. For example, Stina and 6, where she works, we are now committed because they are good in computer science and we are good in biomechanics and physiology, and we mix together. So, and we have also a very good outcome from this workshop, open source, and 1 month after the workshop, the first app came out that had been sort of explored on that workshop. Not by us, but by others, one that had been taking part. I think I stopped there, and I would like to say very much thank you to you, Peter, for you was the one who brought us here and we got into this.
Thank you, Sture. Thank you very much.